My name is Adonis Pulantzis.
Proper physical training and nutrition is becoming more vital in today's technology-assisted society. Many Americans can't get enough naturally occurring activity like walking around to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Many people suffer from diseases associated with the lack of physical activity and improper nutrition, reducing life expectancy as well as generating a financial burden on our economy.
In order to stay healthy, we have to get our exercise outside our daily routines. However, proper exercising requires the knowledge of the subject, where injuries may result. The current solution to this problem is to hire a personal trainer. But personal trainers tend to cost a lot of money, and only a small fraction of the population utilizes this route, whether it would be due to finances or simply just pride.
Before we begin, I'd like to point out the personal trainer in the background next to the two people. Some gyms provide free personal training assistance, but the ratio of trainers to trainees is usually insufficient and doesn't provide enough attention for success. Here's a demonstration.
As you can see, the personal trainer is assisting. Thank God she's okay, but this could have been much worse. We need a new tool to guide people throughout the workout, motivate them to achieve their goals, and prevent injury. Currently, we have a working prototype of application that addresses these concerns. It has been through 4 major iterations over the last 6 months that brought many improvements and addressed the issues reported by our users. While Ken presents the goals of our application, I will prepare the stage for the demonstration portion of this presentation.
Goal 1. The fitness application is a web-based multi-platform application that can be accessed from any device with any web browser, without the restrictions of the operating system such as Android or iOS. It does not take up any space on your phone, like native applications such as Snapchat, Facebook, or Instagram. It does not use your phone resources to process data, saving you battery life. And it can be accessed from nearly any device, whether new or old. Goal 2. The buttons throughout the application are placed to be within the comfort of the thumb's reach. We are utilizing visual cues to reduce the time needed for the interpretation of the information throughout the application. Goal 3. We utilize the scientific method to implement unique and safe recommendations for workout, weight, repetitions, rest repetition time, and easy to follow meal plans. These recommendations will be personalized and based on the user's overall performance. Currently, the focus is concentrated on gathering, manipulation, and display of information. To accomplish this task, we are utilizing the engineering development process. This phase is continuous as the application is tested, faults are identified, and algorithms are redesigned. Moving on to the demonstration portion of the presentation.
We'll just take a second to set up the stage. I will be using my phone, just like I do at any other point at the gym. Access the application, I simply click on the icon, just like you would open Facebook or Instagram. The main screen pops up. I have to enter my information and log in. You can see this done on the website as well. Once I'm in, I'm ready to begin. I will click Add Set at the bottom of the screen, select the muscle group that I would like to work out, and pick the exercise that I would like to perform, which is going to be one of my favorite push-ups. Once I click on the push-up, I can press the start button, and then the timer begins to count. I have to get to the starting position, click start, and begin my exercise.
While he's doing this, I'd like to point out that the workout list currently has nothing in it. But after he does the next 2 sets of push-ups, I'll refresh the page so that you can see that it's automatically added to any device and you can access it instantly. Notice that he's going full range of movement. He's not working any secondary muscles. The stabilization muscles are not being worked at all. He's mostly just performing the push-up.
Alright. That was 14. After I click end, the timer stops, and I enter the information regarding the exercise that I just performed. So I did 14 repetitions. No weight. It was somewhat difficult, and I was quite happy about it. I didn't fail or cheated. I'd like to repeat the exercise. As you can see, that does not take much time at all between the exercises, so it does not interrupt my workout. Second set, I will demonstrate doing the push-ups a little bit different. Yeah.
Now you'll notice that the push-up is up there from the last exercise. And he's doing it a little bit quicker, which you'll see why in a second, why we want to display this information on the application. He's working more than just one muscle at this point, and he's really swinging around. All right, I think that's enough.
Woo, got 16. I just have to enter the information. I guess I did cheat a tiny bit. And, don't judge. All right. Could you click on more options here to display all the features that are tracked by our application? As you can see, we're able to track repetitions, weight, repetition time, rest time, failure, difficulty, as well as cheating. This is how the application sees the person working out. And based on this information, it can make educated decisions and approximations of what the best step is for that person to be taken next to get the most performance out of this workout.
Okay, let's move on to where I'm going to use the device as a gym partner or personal trainer. That way he can perform the exercises efficiently and he doesn't have to worry about pushing any buttons, which is exactly why this application was designed. What exercise do you want to do?
Let's do some curls for girls.
Okay. You didn't see it before, but now you're going to see the process of adding the exercise. So as I said, we're going to get to the bottom, add set. We're going to get to bicep. We're going to go to curl, dumbbell, hammer. And notice on the right-hand side, the recommended weight. He has a minimum, and he has a maximum of what he's done so far. So the recommended weight is 27. So we're going to have 35-pound weight, so we'll do 35. At this point, we'll see the gauges come up. And you got to pick them up. Right? And start. So as soon as I click start, the timer starts. You'll notice that his form is very, 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 very good. He's only utilizing from the elbow down, which is exactly what he wants to do. He's not using any stabilization muscles, and his shoulders are not moving whatsoever. He has a shoulder width stance, which is exactly what he wants to do, but always straight on his biceps.
That was 10 each. This is what it looks like on your phone, except quite a bit smaller, of course. But all the buttons are are located to be within the thumb's reach. So it is easy for you to input the information. All right. Next.
Whoa, wait. Notice the rest time in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. That is the recommended rest time that you should have before you start the next exercise. Right now he's in red, or he's in green, I think he was in the red. Red means that he was not well rested and he has a chance of injury if he starts working out too soon. If he goes into the orange, then he's over rested and he loses his pump, which is exactly what we don't want to do because we want to keep pushing blood to the muscles to tear it and build new muscle. And begin. This time you'll notice he's starting to slouch over. This is 45-pound weights. This is extremely heavy. Now he's using the support of his shoulders and his back in order to get this weight up, but he still has good form. Good.
60 in total.
Only 3 more.
As you can see, whenever the blood starts pumping and you're really putting on in the gym, it is kind of hard to remember what's the next weight that you're supposed to go. Well, our application gives you these suggestions right here. This is the average performance that I exert during the first set of this exercise. Second, third, fourth, all the way through 7. So all I have to do is slide over and I know what weight I need to pick up next. Also, we are using slight nudges to nudge you to perform better. As you can see, these middle 2 bars, you can't really tell what numbers are in there. So you have to refer to either the red bars or the green bars next to them. Well, everybody is going to try to refer to the green one, it's going to be more weight, increasing your performance and nudging you to become stronger quicker.
And start. Now you'll notice for the final exercise set that he's starting to swing his body and try to bring his chest to the weights, which is going to show on the application. It's going to let him know that he is cheating and that he's not getting the maximum efficiency out of his workout that he possibly could. I think that's enough.
That's pretty heavy.
How many reps is that?
12. Wait. Cheated?
Yeah.
Cheat? I don't cheat, Ken.
No, just swing your body.
Oh, did I cheat? We're actually developing algorithms that are going to be able to tell if somebody's cheating. If they are wielding weight that is much bigger than their body mass, it is quite impossible to have a proper form and do exercises at certain speeds with high weight, because your body will want to swing. So, these features are still a work in progress, and later on we will be including.
Before we get to the final part of the presentation, I'd like to mention what people love about fitness, and that is seeing results. You see it on TV all the time, you see it in magazines. People love looking at other people achieve results, and that's what draws people to fitness. So I would like to congratulate one of our happy users who has given 6 months of hard work and ease of application. Dennis. Dennis, please stand. Can we give a round of applause, Dennis?
Thank you.
So Dennis, tell me, what's the favorite feature of the application?
The gauges are real nice on there.
Thank you very much, Dennis.
Okay.
Okay, now for the interaction question portion of the presentation. If you have a similar device or any kind of device on you, you can go ahead and start going through the application right now. Just go to InventInside.Net, log on with the name PSU and the 1,000 blocks. And there you'll see a workout that the line did yesterday. Okay. application or in general, feel free to ask.
All right. Keith.
Adonis, if you're a beginning workout, you never worked out before, and you open up this app, does it give you suggestions on how to start a workout from the beginning?
Well, currently, at this time, the application gives you suggestions on your previous performance. So you would have to go to the gym for a couple sessions with a personal trainer to set your baseline. And then based on your performance, which you set up, the application will further assist you down your gym experience. Yes.
Question about the happiness and difficulty. Those are, it seems there's a factor.
Yes,
There's a happiness, is that the idea of satisfaction of the way you're happier, the way work exercise goes? What does happiness mean?
That's a very good question. And the happiness bar, could you bring up the application, please? The happiness bar was introduced due to a question that I posed to myself while I worked out. What exactly makes me happy during the workout? And how workout affects my happiness? So I included this feature in the application to track the happiness, and the results of this experiment were that physical activity does indeed increase your happiness overall. So there's definitely a correlation between physical activity and your overall well-being. But the important thing is that this application goes beyond just being a tool to track a workout. This application can be utilized in different research concerning fitness or other aspects of life.
A relatable topic, sorry, would be when you eat a heavy meal. Most people feel the urge to get up and go for a run or go to the gym to work off. And when they do, they feel sluggish, but they feel happy because now they feel like they outdid what they need.
So is there a formula work into your app that calculates that happiness, or that happiness number? I guess that's, how does that number come up on the screen?
Well, the formula right now is very basic. And these formulas are going to be developed in various algorithms. So the amount of weight that you're doing could be related to the happiness that you recorded at any given time, or the difficulty.
Oh, so you're recording happiness down there, not
Yes.
But wouldn't it be, isn't it possible that somebody could, for example, and I'm very happy because they.
So that's exactly what the algorithm is going to be designed for. It's going to compare to past overall performance, and then it's going to base that off of what you've done. So it'll know based on like how much weight, how fast you did it, things of that nature.
And happiness is a very subjective question.
Any other questions? Yes.
If you persistently cheat, will it finally tell you you have to stop cheating?
Yes. Eventually, we're going to add algorithms that will change the weight based on if you're cheating, how fast you're going, so that if you have a 35 recommended weight, but you're going up in 10 seconds and you're going 30 of them, it's going to knock it down to like 15 or something.
So it's gonna catch yourself.
Yeah, it's going to catch you.
Plus, if you do tend to cheat, you probably should talk to your personal trainer and ask for his advice.
You stutter tracking, push-ups, and curls. So what is the range of exercises you can track using the application?
I'll show you. That's a very good question.
So the users at this time currently have the ability to go in and add an exercise if they want. They can personalize them so that they know what name it is. That way, if you're not lost in a gym, you look at machines, you're like, what the heck is this? You get lost. So that's why we have that feature. So far, we have an exercise database, which splits them up into muscle groups, which we'll see here in a second. So you can go through, for instance, chest, and we've already added some of the workouts or some of the exercises. So that's all you have to do. You see exercise on YouTube, you want to add it, give give his own name, feel free to do so.
Yeah, could you click on one of the exercises?
Yes. And I usually
This exercise database not only gives you a list of exercises, but also your previous performance, which you can look at how you did during those exercises. As you can see here. We also have top 5 scores. So that's been doing a lot of weight. Also, these
descriptions of what's being worked.
yes, they are all dynamically generated based on how the exercise is performed. For example, the angle of your wrist while the exercise is being conducted, it determines these values automatically, reducing the amount of man hours taken to input all of the data. And
So, for instance, you could have more than one muscle group worked. If you did chest and triceps, it'll track every exercise that was performed the most and display it for you, so you know exactly what muscles you're working. I want to show the heat map. It's showing the heat map. Okay. So most of the time, you go to the gym, you have no idea what muscle you're working. So we implemented a heat map that turns that part of the area, body, red. But it also is dependent on the rest time. So if you just do a thing of weights or a set of exercise, then it'll turn red to let you know that you're fatigued. And then when you refresh, it'll turn purple and then back to green. So that way you know when that muscle's been activated and how long the rest of it was done.
also, this allows you to prevent overworking the same muscle. For example, during my bicep exercises, I tend to favor the inner part of my bicep, which deprives the outer part of my bicep. So, chest. Well, if you just go and work out all the way to the bottom.
So this will start with chest. It'll let you know exactly what part of the chest was worked out during your exercise. And what secondary muscles were activated as well.
So since I was doing a flat push-up, it is the middle chest that is being worked. Would you show them the back? The back muscles. Here.
Any other questions?
Well, all of them.
I saw the drop down menu, there's options to track food as well. Can you talk a little bit about how you track food things?
Absolutely, that's a good question. If you're very familiar with macronutrients, which is your proteins, your fats, your carbs, 4 calories make up protein, 4 calories make up carb, 9 make up fat. It's basic knowledge. So what the goal of food tracking was that many people are now into tracking macros. And what we did was we added the same thing as the exercise database. We added a food journal and a food menu. So if you find a food that you eat constantly, you can go in and enter it. You can give this number of servings, the measurement, the macronutrients that are inside that food. And then you can add them to your food journal to keep a listing of what you ate that day. It gives you a total macro count as well as individual meal macro counts. So that you can always say constantly what those macros are.
Everything is completely dynamic as well. You don't find the tools that you need, you can add it. Currently, since we're students, that's all we need.
So you see at the bottom that what the values are the calories, protein, carbs, and fats. It gives you an overall number for the day. And then it will eventually go and recycle every day to give you a fresh start. So you never have to look at prior days, but you can look at them all, just like the workouts. Any other questions?
Well, if there's no more questions, I would like to share another feature, which is weight tracking. As you can see, if you go to my profile and click on weight, I'm not doing well. I'm gaining a lot of weight. But actually, that is my goal. I want to gain. And this is not very useful for me. This is actually demotivating. This is fine. So if you simply click the little gear button at the top of the upper here.
Where's that?
What is it? change the options and track what you want to track, because everybody is different. Some people want to lose weight, some people want to muscle endurance, strength. So you set up the application the way you want it, and it will provide you with different data. Let's put it in weight. And let's see.
And this will work hand in hand with your tracker as well. That way it'll help your calorie intake, decrease the pacing when the goal is.